Happy Halloween! This episode is brought to you by the scariest thing known to man.
So the fragrance, Feminism. Treat me equal, but treat me like a princess. But equal, but like a princess, equally. Feminism. Make up your mind. You're the infamous Miss Sarkessian. It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. Now, you've come to my office today and I assume you need some help, so let's get to it.
Well, Dr. Mista, I've been on Twitter and I've been being harassed day after day, night after night by a bunch of people upset that I'm bringing to light that there is feminism and
Well,
gaming.
Miss Sarkessian, what is it specifically that you've come today to discuss with me?
Well, I've gotten a lot of hate from men on social media who seem to be disagreeing with what I'm doing.
Let's take a look at what you've been doing lately. Yes, it seems you've been taking a lot of the games that many gamers cherish, and then you've been smudging on them, smudging away, and labeling them as misogynistic propaganda.
No. I've been exposing the objectification of women and gaming. There was Hitman, where the main protagonist, that's a male, went into a strip club and killed innocent strippers and treated them like objects. There's also GTA, where you can run over and kill plenty of females.
Yes. This is very true, but may I remind you that these are not the objectives in this game. These are simply possibilities. A male gamer could have easily done this as well as a female gamer. Whether the protagonist was male or female. Would it be right for me to say that if the protagonist was female and she killed a male stripper and dragged his corpse around, that she would be in the same position? Would she then be a horrible person? No, because this is a video game.
Let me ask you a question, Dr. Mista. Do you believe that females should have equal rights?
Yes, Miss Sarkessian, I do. I do believe females should have equal rights. However, there's a fine line between feminism and misandry. Misandry meaning the opposite of misogyny, a hatred of men. Now, when you go about saying things like men playing a level inside the game Hitman where they have a choice of knocking out a stripper or not knocking out a stripper, brings about a carefully concocted mix of arousal from putting a dead stripper inside of a box? May I repeat, you just said men get aroused from putting dead strippers inside a box. Well, you can imagine why a lot of men would not take a liking to that. Because even though there are a lot of weirdos on the internet, not all of them are weirdos, and you saying such things is generalizing.
Well, what about that video of that girl walking around New York? Yeah, for 10 hours and getting harassed by hundreds of men. Can't say that's not misogynistic. They were saying things like, hi beautiful, hi gorgeous, have a nice day, have a good evening. That's the kind of trash I'm
Miss
talking
Sarkessian,
about.
how men are supposed to talk to women if they don't open their mouths? Would you prefer if they did sign language? Maybe they resort to some animal tendencies and do a little dance to know that they want to conversate with a female.
Ha. I see what you're doing. You're just being a sarcastic asshole. Just a misogynistic attitude I'm
No,
talking
Miss
about.
Sarkessian, I am quite genuinely trying to figure out what it is that you want. I'm quite interested in how you and the people you follow think. You want to be equal, but you don't treat all men equally. You constantly spread the word that you're just objects inside a male developer's fantasy, but continue to ignore the facts. Like the developers being people who just want to create a story. And guess what? What happens in the strip club? There are strippers and they're going to be in the back. They're just a part of the story. Now, that's not to say that there aren't people who blatantly objectify women, but to say all men do this. All men are the scum of the earth and they only see us as walking sex meat bags are the words of a misandrist, not a feminist.
I never saw this point of view. Thanks for sharing with me, Dr.
Now
Mista.
with the power invested in me by Gamergate, go make me a sandwich is something I would say if I was being an asshole. And for the record, I don't believe anyone should be harassed online. No matter if you're female or male. And it looks like our time is about done. Thank you for coming in, Miss Sarkessian. Now, about that sandwich you were gonna make me.
What sandwich?
The sandwich you were gonna make for me for letting you come on my show.
Oh, yeah. Let's keep this quiet, though. I don't want it to get around that I pay for publicity with sandwiches.